Welcome back, guys. We're doing something a little bit different, so hold on. Welcome back, you guys. It is Saturday, and we are back with the altered image, the unfiltered truth. So, I'm in my bathroom. I'll go ahead and keep it 100% real with y'all. Yeah, I am. So I do that because obviously, can you hear it? Can you hear it? How do you call it? The quistis. Oh gosh. I can't even say the word, but you know what I'm trying to say. It just sounds good. So, I'm not a gazillionaire yet until I become one. I guess, you know what? We just gonna work with what we have. And right now, we got the bathroom. We got the good sound. It's Saturday. So what? Why not? So you guys, what I'm doing right now is recording on my phone because I want to get the podcast going through Spotify. But I'm giving you a visual so that you guys can see this whole podcast, aka video, on YouTube. So, I know there are different apps that will allow me to do that. I believe there's Riverside, and I think I came across another one. But you know what? They're asking for some money. And shoot, I decided, hey, being creative is free. So I'm going to go ahead and go the creative route. So you guys, look. We are now at season 2. This is going to be episode 1. And I'm going to transition. We talked about, getting through the hard stuff. We talked about grabbing onto that self-esteem. We talked about all of the healing, opportunities that you get through the hard stuff and through the journeys that you've had to endure. We've talked about that. But what happens when you start feeling a little good, huh? What happens when you start saying to yourself, you know what? Feeling like I might have a little bit of a handle on all of this healing stuff. So I'm about ready to dive in. It's time for me to get my what? My freak on. Or not necessarily. It doesn't have to have anything to do with sex. But you're ready. You know what I'm saying? You're lonely. Not alone, not feeling like overwhelmed and lonely in a place or space where you feel like you need a distraction. But you feel like, I'm in a good place now and I want to share some of the things that I've grown through, or I want to share the new me with somebody else. So now you're in that place. So you're saying to yourself, so how do I go about doing that? Or how do I trust, myself during this journey? How am I able to discern those people who are for me and those people who may want to take advantage of me? How do I know? Like, this is new for me. I'm a new person. This is now a new dating opportunity. So this time I want to be a little bit careful. I ain't trying to do what I did the last time. That didn't lead me down to a space or place where I wanted to be. So now that I learned my lessons, I know better, I can do better. So that brings me into today's topic with Miss L. You are with Miss L. This is Altered Image, and today's topic, episode 1, season 2, is, for me, I'm going to share my experiences of loving while black 2.0. But it doesn't matter if you're black, white, green, purple. Loving is loving, and that doesn't have any color attached to it. But I'm in love with a black man, and I was married to a white man, and I love them both. But my experiences are a bit different with each circumstance. So this time, I'm going to ground this loving conversation in my personal experiences. This time I want to talk about being in love as a black woman who is loving a black man. And this man is not necessarily the type of individual that society would say, hey, go right ahead. This is the person I would pick for you. No, this individual is exactly the opposite of the type of person that society would pick for a person like me. However, I learned through loving unconditionally that sometimes that requires to silence the naysayers of society and think, what can I give to myself, and what are those things that I'm not able to give to myself? And that is how I grounded who I needed for myself with regard to being in love and all that good stuff. So that brings me back to y'all. Listen to me when I tell you, loving, first of all, it doesn't even matter black, white, green, or purple. You gotta have your own self-esteem, because if you don't love yourself, there's no way that you're going to be able to share your love with anybody. And also, furthermore, if you don't love yourself, you have no idea of the type of love that is for you. You got to get in touch with you first. How are you going to determine the right type of love for yourself if you don't even have any idea who you are? So that's crazy, right? So first, make sure you're ready. Make sure your heart is in a place where you can say to yourself confidently, you know what, I'm good, I love me. Now I'm ready to share some of me with someone else. I'm not depending on anyone to make me happy, because I have already made myself happy. What I'm looking for in this moment is to find someone that I can share my happiness with. If you are there, and only if you're there, we're ready to move on to see what that love partner might look like for you. If you can't say that, y'all, then look, be honest with yourself. You ain't ready. You gotta love yourself first. All right, let me see. I do have some notes here, y'all, because this love conversation is deep, so I don't want to miss anything. I mentioned to you all during my last podcast, my goal was to learn how to love unconditionally. What I learned about that was that to love unconditionally means that you have to be able to love without any expectations or ultimatums. That is a big lift. That if you are really intentional about trying to figure out how to love unconditionally, then you're going to find out real quick how big of a lift that is. That's a difficult thing to do. That is not impossible. For me, it took for me to ask myself this one question. I'm going to go ahead and give it to y'all. You know what the question was? I'm already educated. Okay, I can do that for myself. I already have a good job. Okay, I can do that for myself. What I couldn't do for myself was tickle myself when I was having a bad day. Yeah, it's a small thing, but it means a whole lot. What I didn't know how to do for myself was how to say, hey, Anita, you know what? You've done enough for today. You've touched enough lives. Why don't you just rest? Why don't you just rest for me? I couldn't do that for myself because I was always thinking that there was always something else to do. So for myself, I needed a partner who could say to me, you know what, slow down for just a minute. I got you. In those areas where you need to slow down, I got you there. Financially, nah. If you can do that, okay, we can work together on that. But in the moment in which I needed some support outside of financial assistance, my lover and my now boyfriend taught me what it was like and what it meant to love unconditionally. What that means, you guys, is you decide for yourself and you decide with your lover the type of relationship that's going to be conducive to your growth and your advancement as a couple. You cannot listen to society. If you allow society to dictate to your relationship, I will guarantee you it is going to fail. It's going to fail. You got to talk to your own heart. You got to get in touch with yourself. And you have to understand what you need for yourself in a relationship. And whatever that need is, that's how you move forward in determining who is the best person for you. For you. Moving on. I talked about your need versus society. I just stamped that. I just told you, ask yourself, what do you really need? What is that thing that you cannot provide for yourself? Hey, I've always been an independent woman. I've always been able to financially provide for myself. That's never been a problem. In fact, as a black woman, I have been raised that to understand, know, and believe that I have got to work harder than my counterparts if I want to enjoy the lifestyle that's equivalent to my counterparts. Because of my position as a black woman in the United States of America, I have learned that. How does that relate to finding the right partner for me? Well, I'll tell you. I knew that I was independent, so therefore I didn't need anyone really to assist me with financial advancement. I could do that for me. What I needed was somebody to help me understand even that much more who I was in terms of the person that I was trying to grow into outside of being me as the individual. Who am I presenting to society? When I'm with my students, when I'm with the clerk at the grocery store, when I'm with the lover that I love so much, who am I showing up as? It took my lover to kind of show me that aspect of who I am. How did he do that? He did that by the way that he loves me currently. He loves me unselfishly. He puts me first all the time. And for me, I needed that type of attention. I needed that type of attentiveness because my trauma landed me into a place where I was very codependent, where I was very clingy. And so in order to be able to remove myself from that clinginess and try to establish for myself some very grounded independence, but also not losing that aspect of, hey, I want to be loved attentively. I didn't want to lose that aspect of myself. So where was the balance? It took my lover to show me that. It took my lover to say, it's okay, black lady. It's okay to be strong. It's okay. I respect that you're strong. In fact, I'm a strong enough and more confident man to be able to celebrate your strength. But you can also lean on me, black lady. Because although financial assistance is not what you need from me, the strength that I can help you to recognize it is within inside of you, and the strength that I already hold to be able to support you during the process, that's something that I can give you that you cannot give to yourself. So therefore, I knew the type of love that I needed moving forward past my trauma. It wasn't about financial stability at all. I had that. But it was always grounded in someone who could really see me, see my growth, see my intention, see my journey, celebrate me, and also support all of that. I didn't do this by myself, you know. I didn't get this inspiration by myself. I didn't get this creativity by myself. It was inspired and grounded in a big old love that I have inside of my life that didn't and would not have appeared had I not gone through the healing journey, because I would not have recognized this love. In fact, it would have been a love that I would have overlooked because I would have allowed society to dictate the type of love that was for me. Oh, Anita, you have these names and letters behind your name, so therefore you need to be with this type of dude. Or Anita, you have a master's degree, or you have you're in the newspaper and people recognize you here and there. I'm not bragging, but this is my life here in Key West. This is happening in my life. My point is this: none of that matters. None of that matters, because had it not been for the very kind, very simple, very below the radar type individual that I'm in love with, I would never ever be where I am right now. So y'all, don't let society get you twisted in determining the right love for you. First of all, what you have to do is you need to make sure that you have gone through the healing journey and that you are ready to introduce somebody new into your life, someone who's going to celebrate you and not destroy everything that you have worked hard to accomplish. So there's that first. And that comes with self-love. Nothing else is going to work if you don't have that. Self-love is first. But if you made the determination that you're ready, you've done a healing, and you're ready to invite somebody in to share your joy, then listen. Determine for yourself, this is your wants. Determine for yourself honestly the type of person that's going to elevate you and assist you to your growth journey, through your growth journey, into your growth destination. That ain't got nothing to do with money. Once you've made that determination and you've picked out that person, hey, you're gonna know this is the right person. I'm gonna keep it really real with you all. Everything is better. Everything. There's a difference between making love and having sex. I'll ground it. I will, because it's that conversation. We're talking about love. We're talking about lovers. We're talking about groundedness, celebration, and picking the right one after the trauma. You all, when you are with the right one, the sex is not even going to be a part of your vocabulary, because it's going to be something that you no longer do. You will begin to understand what making love is, because it's way different, y'all. It's way different. I'm gonna just let that marinate. I don't want to ruin it for y'all. I'm gonna just leave that right there. It's different. Let me see. Building is the gold. I think we said that. Team mentality. I wanted to speak on that, y'all. It brings a sense of togetherness. That was scripted. I wrote that down. But it does. A team mentality brings a sense of togetherness. If you feel like you are a part of something important, you're going to be close to the individual that you're building with. So therefore, that team mentality builds a sense of togetherness. Ain't got nothing to do with finances. It has everything to do with what you need. What do you need? What type of person are you? Me? I'm the type of person I love. I like to be held. I like to be kissed on. I like to be touched. I like for folks to hold my hand when we're walking through the mall or wherever we're going, the grocery store. I like attentiveness. So therefore, I like a clingy kind of love. I need that. So I can make that determination that this is the type of person that I need. A person who's comfortable and who's comfortable giving and providing that type of attention, who's able to speak that love language without having to try. I knew that I needed a person whereby those components that I needed for myself was very natural for that person I was choosing to deliver. Deliver. I found her. That's inside of him. That's what he wants. We want the same thing. We speak the same love language. So therefore, we're on the same page. I had to know me first. I did. But once I knew me, I knew exactly the type of person that me would be happy with. So there's that. All right, we talked about sex versus making love. Let me see. The last thing before I leave you. Ooh, this is a long one. 19 minutes. But I'm going to leave you with one more thing. As far as I'm concerned, trust and loyalty. I'm sorry. No. Trust and love are the same thing. I wrote it down. Let me make sure I get it right. Make sure. Here it is. Trust should be considered this as the same thing as love. And I wrote that part down because to me, that's important. Y'all listen to me. Loyalty. 10 fingers and 10 toes down. Loyalty comes with trust. So all of that stuff merges together. They try to identify it as three different concepts: trust, love, loyalty. Y'all don't believe it, honey. It's all the same thing. Trust and believe. If you got trust, then you have loyalty. And if you have loyalty, that means ain't nobody going out in the relationship, going to go find something else that has nothing to do with your relationship. You don't have to worry about that when you have trust and loyalty. And if you have those, then you have love. That's it. All right. So there we have it. You all, I have done the YouTube thingamajiggy in the bathroom. Yes, I'm in my bathroom, my orange bathroom in Key West. I'm going to get you guys some better scenery because there are beautiful things to see here. But for now, I want to make sure that I stay consistent with getting this message out. So sometimes, hey, if that means I'm going to be stuck in my bathroom, then that means I'm going to be stuck in the bathroom. I'm going to talk to y'all. No matter what, I'm going to get this message out. So you all click the button, please. Subscribe. My YouTube channel is up. I'm working with an individual who is, I'm the creator. He's doing all of the technical stuff, so it's under construction. But I want you to grow with me, so I'm not shy about showing it in its growing stages. So you guys, thank you for tuning in. You are with Miss L. This is the Altered Image, you guys. This is our second season. This is episode 1. I'm excited because we're growing. I'm not even going to tell you how much. You know what? I'm going to just, today is the 2nd. Is it the 2nd of September? I'm going to give it a month. And by October 2nd, I'm going to drop the mic for y'all. I'm going to tell you how many people, subscribers we have. It's a community of growth, healing, inspiration, motivation, and real talk, y'all. Today's lesson, conversation, insight was centered around Loving While Black 2.0. But like I said before, it has nothing to do with race or color. That's all about habit. It has everything to do with your healing journey. Make sure you're ready. But if you've done the healing and you're ready to invite someone inside of your love, hey, listen to some of the insight that I've gained. Because what I've learned, the most powerful lesson, y'all, if I can give it to myself, ain't no need of me looking for that inside of love within a partner. I'm looking for those things I cannot give myself. That's what my partner can do for me. That's what my partner does for me. And y'all, I'm going to let you meet him. I'm going to let you meet him. I'm going to let you meet him in the next podcast. I want to kind of get you prepped up, let you know that, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this guy. Yeah, that's my love. So we'll talk about it. You'll meet him. His name is Penny. So that's it. We're in 23 minutes, 51 seconds. I'm beginning to ramble, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. It's Saturday. It's Saturday, day of celebration. I am Miss L. This is the Altered Image. 24 minutes, 4 seconds. Woo! I'll talk to y'all later. Love you.